Honorable Speaker, sir, at the outset, I would like to thank you for allowing me to take part in this budget discussion presented by the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Conrad K. Sangma. And in thanking Honorable Chief Minister, who has once again demonstrated that the budget is pro-people, inclusive for the overall growth and development of the state, the importance that the government has given to different sections of the society is clearly evident as we embark to take the state on the path to progress and prosperity. The emphasis on youth empowerment, women's welfare, infrastructure enhancement, creating a turnaround for sports envisages government's commitment to fulfill the aspiration of the people as we work with the ambitious objective to make Meghalaya a $10 billion economy. 2,853 crore for youth-centric initiatives, which has been allocated in the budget, reflects that the government is not only focusing on creating infrastructure, but is investing in the talent, potential of the youths in terms of skills development and entrepreneurship. Particularly, reference can be made on the creative economy, where the government intends to further promote content creations and artists under Meghalaya Grassroots Music Program. I also commend the government for allocating 120 crore for facilities such as artificial turfs, synthetic tracks, indoor halls, and natural grounds across the state. The announcement of the Chief Minister scholarship scheme, in addition to the post-matric scholarship, reflects that the government is concerned to provide relief to students who have to wait sometimes over delay in release of post-matric scholarship. Most students in Meghalaya depends on such scholarships for pursuing their higher studies, and this amount provided to them is a huge financial relief. The additional assistance from the Chief Minister, an amount of rupees 6,000 to each student, shows that the government is addressing the issues raised by the majority of our youth. I would also like to place on record my appreciation to the Honorable Chief Minister for highlighting the key projects, including investments that are being made to take Meghalaya forward. The New Shillong Township is witnessing the creation of New Meghalaya, a Meghalaya which will become the model for the rest of the country. The establishment of iconic infrastructure like the Knowledge City, the Administrative City, will showcase our state, our people, and the vision of the government for prosperity. We never imagined that Meghalaya will have such infrastructure, but all credit goes to the government, particularly our Chief Minister, for envisioning such project with investment to the tune of almost 10,000 crore for development, roads, water supply, sports infrastructure, educational, health infrastructure in the New Shillong Township. And adding to all these, sir, I would like to place in this August House some of the issues where I would like to request the government to also concentrate more with regards to the border roads, especially with my constituency being a border constituency. We were discussing we have been discussing also regarding the interstate border area development program, and in that discussion I got a chance to state about some of the villages which faced their difficulties in the rainy seasons, where they have to go through the road from Assam, because up till now we have not got yet the connectivity, and that particular village which I've already mentioned, sir, the village of Rajakumai, Bilahari, bordering with Assam, where in rainy season they will not be able to go through Maudem to reach Warmausa, Patharkma, but they have to go to Moduki, to Assam. So for this particular, for these particular villages, so I would like to state that if from the department they would allot the road connectivity for these villages. And I have also put a request to the department regarding the border routes, which is very important, sir. The Umsen, Pilingku A, via Gambalbari, Jermang, Chibra, to Mayong, reaching Barabthar at the border, where the settlement have been made that the claims of that disputed area, it belongs to Meghalaya. So for this particular road connectivity, I would like to request the government if they can speed it up in sanctioning of road connectivity. And we have many more internal road connectivity to be done in my constituency, sir. So I would like to put forward, and I'll be sending the names of those villages. And I'm also happy that the Bonihat CHC, the infrastructure are going under progress, and it's in full swing, what I've seen, because I'm a resident of Bonihat. I could see every day that the work is going on. And at the same time, I would like also to request the government to consider for more manpower for that particular CHC, so that we can improve the health system of the people of my constituency. And many more sub-centers or PHCs can be graded in many of the villages which is there in my constituency. And I'm happy also to inform in the August House that the Government Model Degree College, Patharkma, it has completed since last year, and according to the information, if we are going to start the academic session this year, it will be difficult because road is still not sanctioned yet. So for this also, I would like to request through you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I'm always thankful to the Honorable Chief Minister, the government, for the civil subdivision of Pathrakma, where you have sanctioned and but to inform the House, the office of the SDO Civil Pathrakma, we are using in the office of the SDO PHE, so a permanent building, as I've heard. Thank you so much, sir, for the permanent building that you'll be allotting. So I hope this will be the same way, will speed it up. And the permanent staff for that particular office. And now as the dry seasons coming out, it's coming in now, the dry seasons, people of especially rural villages, they are facing problems, especially when fire caught up. And in Pathrakma, I would like to request for the sanction of the emergency and fire services where the land is available according to the information. And I would also like to request the government, as we are concentrating in developing or bring more infrastructure, like for the school infrastructure. So I hope this process will continue, especially with our people who are residing in the borders, who are still face many issues with regarding to the school infrastructures. And one request also, sir, I would like to put to you, Mr. Speaker, sir, that the concern issue, especially the people who are residing in the border, that the problems which I've already raised with regarding to the registration of land, the fees which they are charging. On that day, I've requested that to lower down the rates. But what I feel, it'll be good for all the people who are residing in the borders for a free registration of land, so that they can register their land within the state of Meghalaya. And as the government is concentrating on the markets, border markets, so I would like to inform in this August House, and I had discussed also with the Honorable Minister in charge agriculture regarding the market infrastructure in our area, to inform to this August House that, sir, every morning, ladies around 3:30, they will reach that junction of 15 Mile, where they used to sell the betel leaves, betel nuts, and some buyers from Assam, they'll come and buy from our people. So I would like to request for one particular market complex in that area. So I'll be happy, sir, if that can be taken up. So with only these few words, sir, few submission, I would like to thank once again to the Honorable Chief Minister and congratulate him again and the government. So, with only these few words, thank you so much, sir. I resume my seat. Thank you.
Thank you.